Hello again. Hey, in the previous videos, we have talked about hearing God's voice, how he thinks to us, and how to begin to quiet our mind down. Because if our mind's overly active, if we're in a state of worry, in a state of doubt, fear, anxiety, any of those things, then it's very hard for us to hear the Spirit, because all those other things are just static, and literally they drowned out the voice of God. Today I'd like to bring up something that I've been a Christian since 1973, and almost all my Christian life I was taught that praying in the Spirit or speaking in tongues was anything from not for today, of the devil. It was made fun of, it was mocked, it was spoken ill of. And I think the main reason why is because it's probably one of the most misunderstood things in the Bible. And actually, it's one of the most controversial things in the Bible. And also, it is one of the things that the enemy will do everything he can to get you not to use your prayer language. So in this video, and possibly the next one, well, for sure the next one, and I don't know how far we'll go on beyond that, but this is one of the most vital things that you can do to get your mind in a state of peace and rest, and get yourself in a place where the Holy Spirit can speak to you, where God can speak to you, where he can instruct you, where he can revitalize you, where he can literally, the Spirit himself can even give life to your mortal bodies. So today, we'll just talk a little bit about praying in the Spirit. Praying in the Spirit is one of the gifts. It's the gift of the Spirit. I believe everybody has it. Everybody has this gift. Now, you may not have the gift of speaking in tongues as in a foreign language. And we'll get into that next video. But you most certainly have the gift of a prayer language, a language that is only for you. It's a language that God understands, but the devil doesn't understand it, and not even you understand it. And that's what makes it so awesome, is because you don't understand it. Your mind will struggle and does struggle with praying in the Spirit when you first start. And that's why people don't mock it and don't do it, because they think it sounds stupid. And in the next video, I'll actually demonstrate. But for now, I want to get you into the idea of praying in another language, praying in a language that is not of this earth, that is not of this realm, and praying this language so that your mind can be completely cleared of everything else and focused on the Lord. As I said, I mocked it. My wife and I mocked it for years. As a matter of fact, when I learned my prayer language and learned that I had it and started practicing it, we went to places that talked about praying in the Spirit, and my wife had a real hard time with it. Matter of fact, we went to Kansas City one time, and it was talked about, and actually the pastor there prayed that people would be baptized with the Holy Spirit and speak in tongues. And my wife was totally upset. So all the way home, now we're talking a 11 hour trip. She was so angry, she just started babbling. She started goo goo gaga, poo poo caca. I mean, she was going off. And it sounded to me like she was mocking the mocking tongues. And I was going to say something, but the Spirit stopped me and said, "Don't say a word." And I let her go. And eventually, you know what? She found her prayer language. She actually understood. Hey, I've got it. And she is, I'll tell you, she's a different person when she prays in the Spirit. So again, this video is just to get you into the idea of praying in the Spirit, that it is biblical, it is real. You're looking at a mocker of it, somebody who mocked it for years, somebody who made fun of it for years. But eventually, by God's grace and mercy, I found it. And I love it. And it's one of the best ways to calm your mind and get yourself ready to hear what the Spirit has to say to you. So we'll talk about more of this in the next video. Thank you.